Okay, so this is going to be a little tutorial or guide video on how to clean and reapply glue to the bed of the MakerGear printers and how to start printing with them. So to apply glue to the bed, I first like to start off with preheating the bed, and to preheat the bed you just click the knob on the little scroll wheel and then go down to control and then to temperature, and then sometimes the click wheel is a little finicky, and then down to bed, and you just rotate that until I find that 60 is a pretty good value, and then the bed should start preheating. So as the printer comes to temperature for heating the bed, I like to manually just slide the bed forwards so we can access the whole bed, and then using a paper towel and some rubbing alcohol, just spray it all over the bed just to clean it, like so, and then just give a good wipe, and it'll all evaporate because the bed is pretty hot. And then I take this mixture, it looks a little weird, but it's PVA glue, so basically Elmer's glue, and it's watered down quite a bit. And then this is just a little brush so I can brush it onto the bed. And since the bed is now hot, I just have some of the fluid in here, and I just brush it across the bed. Like so. And as you can see, there's some steam coming off of the bed. So that's the water evaporating, and then it'll leave a thin film of the PVA, which is great for printing on. That won't leave any residue on the bottom of your prints, and once the print bed cools, your part will be released pretty easily. So that's basically the steps that I take to clean and reapply glue to the bed, and that should work for both the PETG filament and the PLA filament. So for running these MakerGear printers, they use Cura as well, but I'd recommend getting the newest version of Cura. So just going to their website and then download for free, and then run that application, and then once you get here, they're going to prompt you to set up a printer, and it would look like this. You basically go down here, and it should, you find the MakerGear printer under the MakerGear tab, and it's the MakerGearM2 is the printers that we have. Click add, and then just confirm all those settings, and your build plate should pop up like this without the models, obviously. And then from here, it's probably going to look like this with the recommended settings menu. If you want, you can go into custom settings and then change the material printing temperatures. I like to print the nozzle a little hotter to get some stronger parts, but it's really up to you. And then, of course, wall line count and top and bottom layers for stronger parts in your infill. The retraction, speed, cooling, you shouldn't have to change any of that. Maybe enable supports if you have a lot of overhangs. But other than that, everything should be pretty standard. So once you have all the settings configured, I'm actually going to do a little demo walkthrough. And I want to print a little car wheel. And it's pretty cool. Students can design their own wheels if they wanted to, but just for here, I'm printing these in PETG. So I'm going to generic and then PETG, and this is under the prepare menu, not the preview menu. That's important. And then we're going to click slice. 25 minutes. And that looks good. So I'm going to insert my SD card, or if you're printing wired, then it'll say print via USB, and you just select that. And then eject, and then we're going to go over to the printer and plug it into the slot that's right behind the LCD. So here's my SD card with the file on it, and you want the pins facing towards you and that notch facing down as you go and plug it in right behind the LCD. And you'll get the little screen will flash the little MakerGear logo that indicates that it's been inserted. And then you click the little knob, rotate down to print from SD, and then select your file. Mine is the Pinewood wheel, and click this to start printing it. And the printer will home itself. And I've already preheated this printer in advance, so it starts printing right away instead of waiting 10 minutes to preheat the printer. And then it homes, goes to its printing position. Here is a little close-up view. So the bed is heating to 70 degrees Celsius, and it'll wait at this position while it preheats. And as soon as it finishes preheating, it should start printing. Okay, so there we go. Started printing. And it is currently laying down material. So these wheels have just finished printing and they look pretty nice. This is using the PVA and little glue mixture, and as you can see, it's still not completely cooled down. It's still 46 degrees on the bed, even though it's not heating up, it's just cooling down. And they're still pretty stuck to the build plate. So I'm going to come back when these have cooled down, and then they should release very easily. Okay, so it has cooled down a little bit more to 26 degrees Celsius. So these prints should pop right off. You can hear them cracking. Sometimes a thin little razor blade scraper helps. Just like that.